के प्रदाता, हे स्नेह शक्ति दाता, अव्यक्त बाप दादा सादर पधारिए।
तो सबके पुरानी है। जय जवान है, जय बड़ी है, छोटे और बड़ों से भी कमजोर। चाहे बीमारी बड़ी है, लेकिन बीमारी की महसूसता कि मैं कमजोर हूँ, मैं बीमार हूँ, ये बीमारी को बढ़ा देती। क्यों? तन का प्रभाव मन पर आ गया तो डबल बीमार हो गए। तन और मन तो डबल बीमार होने के कारण बार बार सोल कॉन्शियस के बजाय बीमारी कॉन्शियस हो जाते। तो क्या देखा कि तन से तो मेजॉरिटी बीमार को ऐसा किताब जो करना को कर रही है, लेकिन 50% डबल बीमार और 50% सिंगल बीमार। बाकी होना क्या चाहिए? कभी भी मन में बीमारी का संकल्प नहीं लाना चाहिए। मैं बीमार हूँ, मैं बीमार हूँ। और क्या होता है, ये बात पक्का हो जाता है ना, मैं बीमार हूँ, कमर में दर्द है, मेजॉरिटी को होता है, एक टांग दर्द, एक कमर का दर्द। तो कभी कभी दर्द है नहीं, लेकिन मन में खुशी नहीं है ना, तो बहाना करेंगे मेरे को कमर दर्द है। अभी उसकी ठीक कैसे हो? डॉक्टर्स के पास कोई है थर्मामीटर जो कमर दर्द है या नहीं वो चेक कर सके? है कहाँ है डॉक्टर? निकला है कुछ? अभी नहीं निकला है। एक्सरे कराओ, वो तो और ही खर्चा लगा। तो क्या देखा? तन के बारे में सुनाया कि कई सेवादारी ऐसे दिखाई दिए। सेवादारी आप सभी हो।
प्यारे अपने परम धाम को छोड़कर प्रेम में नेम अपने सभी तोड़कर आप बाबा है आए हमारे लिए। स्वर्ग सौगात
Om Shanti. Become free from problems. Become an embodiment of solutions and make others this also. The power of silence. Use the power of transformation with the power of silence. Transform the negative into positive. No matter how many types of problems come in the form of Maya, with the power of transformation and with the power of silence, change problems into a form of solution. Change excuses into solutions. You children have received the power of transformation as an inheritance from the Father. To those who have the power of transformation, Bap Dada is giving them the blessing. May you be immortal. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today's day 25. Become free from problems, become an embodiment of solutions, and make others this also. Today's topic, the power of silence. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Hello, Shanti. Everyone okay? Everyone happy? Contentment? Right, very good. Is it becoming too much homework? Every day something different, something new. In a way, nothing is new because it's connecting from one point to another, and all are needed, all are necessary. So it's very interesting. At least I enjoying very much looking into deeper aspects of there is a saying, one of the eternal law of the world is change. Nothing can remain same. If you keep something new and you think it will remain new, after 6 months you take out and almost looks very old. I remember one time we took out a textile material, very nice shawl. It must be there for a long time, thinking it's very good, we will give someone. When we washed it, all the threads were separate. Because internally, even the threads were kind of became very worn, very old. If you keep a child in all different ways protected, the child doesn't become adult or adult doesn't become old. Is it possible? No. So everything changes, transformation. But here it is, our attention is like When you're becoming adult to old, then you are attentive that I should pay attention so at least I can manage with the age, the body. So now today Baba is connecting power of silence for power of transformation. And here transformation of course is from negative to positive, but I was thinking it's more reforming. Reform yourself. If there is any habit, and that is why Baba is using for transformation power of silence, starting from our mind. How often, how quickly waste thoughts start coming. If you are attentive whole day, you might not get, or even if you get once or twice, you will change them to positive. Sometime in a very deep intellect restlessness, it could be concern, it could be worry, something to think about future. Go in deep silence, and lot of trust, assurance, security will emerge. And you will get very positive response from your own intellect. It's good to think, it's good to plan, but not get absorbed in that. Same as speak, yes, when necessary, as much necessary. It's good communication through words. But it shouldn't be that you can't stop talking. Some people can talk non-stop. But when we know that all that is use of energy, right? So do I need to accumulate? Of course, use, but not waste. No. So every sense organ, I could say, whether it is listening, whether it's speaking, in walking, you walk 1 hour, you walk. But if you walk 3-4 hours, what will happen? So everything has a limit and should have limit. Yesterday I was noticing that it's so much our habit now to go into few minutes of silence. Because that is where you are detached observer, right? That is where you are detached observer. Realization comes only when I am in silence. And then through silence, realization, one is able to transform. So Baba is saying, power of silence, use the power of transformation with the power of silence. It's not someone is forcing you to change. It's your own inner silence. Transform the negative into positive, no matter how many types of problems come in the form of Maya. With the power of transformation and with power of silence, change problems into a form of solution. Change excuses into solutions. You children have received the power of transformation as an inheritance from Father. Whole age is transforming from Iron Age to Golden Age. But that is what Baba gave us knowledge. Baba gave us this knowledge, self-transformation. So that is how we know the transformation. Otherwise, a lot of people, if you tell them, don't waste thought, oh, it's not under my control. They come, they come. Very few know that they can change the thoughts. So when Baba comes, he teaches us, right? Okay. Om Shanti.
Hello, Didi. How
Hello.
are you? Thank you
Yes.
so much from everyone's heart for what you do, for you being there for us. And I was wondering, what is the rest of your day going to be? Give us a sense of your day today. Because for you, it's early morning, right?
Generally, murli class, everything, that breakfast. And for 3 days, it was summit, right?
Right.
So either I was in session or lot of, they have so many guests, VIPs, many different kinds of them. So their instruments call and they bring them, and good meeting, very interesting people. Day before yesterday, millet lady came. There is a millet lady who created 21 varieties of millet dishes and also seasoning and everything of millet. So when there was G20 in Delhi at
Right.
Rashtrapati, she said when she presented, before they were really thinking that how can only vegetarian food people will like, because there are some they really like to have something non-veg. And our president, as you know, she is vegetarian. She has not allowed meat to come in the house since she is there. So she said, but people enjoyed millet. The demand keep increasing. So she came and she was saying, she came to create a memo of understanding with Brahma Kumaris that we will grow more millet. And
Beautiful.
she was taking to Tapovan, and she was saying that it doesn't need a lot of water. And of course, they feel it's gluten-free and it's more healthy. And then yesterday, one person came, very short, his wife also, and some people from security and intelligence. And so this person uses everything of the cow, like cow dung and urine. And so all agriculture products they make from there. And he says that two things he was saying, that a very poor person can also get a job, in the sense of he makes products from the cow dung, which is free, right? Because there are cows, and he said he can make money. Plus he said that I didn't know that our yogic farming also uses, because they don't use chemicals, so they have to use something. And basically what they use is cow dung. So once in a while Baba said that every one has a value even after they leave bodies. Bodies are useful, only human beings' bodies. But then I was saying, of course, they donate, if they want to, their organs. So it was very interesting. And today, because it's after, since I came 1 week, I've been very busy. So we do, still we have people come and meet from Shantivan or visitors, and now Peace of Mind will start on 1st. And this weekend there is a conference of mind body. So Dr. Banarsi asked me if I can. Dari Janki used to go and share her experience. So looking forward for that.
Wow. Do you ever feel like when you go back, it's like you're going from, you know, a small lake here or small pond to an absolute ocean there? What is the feeling? There must be some different feeling for you when you go there.
See, actually, even in the West now, like wherever we are quite busy, you know.
Yeah.
Because I saw whole summer, there were retreats, there was something or other, some program. And Raksha Bandhan went on for so many days.
Right.
Tried Rakhi, then I was in Canada. So it's busy there also, and I feel, you know, it's useful. And when I come here, you know, there are so many instruments here, good instruments, whether it's giving lectures or emceeing the program or bringing the VIPs, or everyone is very talented here because their training is all around. They do everything, right? So everything, all departments, everyone is doing very well. So I come and I feel that whatever way I can help, I look forward. And one of them was giving class, you know, last week was the first day of Ganesh Chaturthi. So I gave class and everyone got this big size laddu. So something or other keep going on right here. It will be little quiet until double foreigner season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know, yeah, this time in Gyan Sarovar, they will have vegan and
Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing.
gluten free,
Yeah.
and they will provide everything.
And more millet.
Oh yeah, every night now in Shantivan, every night they make millet khichdi.
Beautiful.
That
Yeah.
means they mix the dal like rice and dal.
Mm-hmm.
And some people say if you eat every day, you really like it. It's
Yeah.
tasty. They make
It's
it
very
tasty.
tasty. The indigenous people eat it. I always remember that we would sometimes get it was the millet and then like a green vegetable, like what do you call it?
Mustard, mustard.
Something like that, like very simple but very, very tasty. Very tasty.
They eat dough with the corn flour. They make very nice chapati. They eat with
That's
grain.
right. Yeah, very nice. Just seeing that Ganesh statue behind you, somebody had sent me a thing where a friend from England, and she was saying that Rishi Sunak, whom you know is the Prime Minister of the UK, and he said, I'm British, I'm Indian, and Ganesh is on the desk of 10 Downing Street. Yeah. So going back to this thing, yeah.
He feels proud of what he is. And that's good in a way. To be Indian and rule in a British country, you need a lot of self-respect, you know.
Yeah.
And I think when he is proud of his culture, his religion, you know, and of course, you know that his wife is the richest woman in a way.
Amazing.
And even they say she might have asset more than Queen.
Yes.
So I think they are real people. Even they say they live a very simple life, but they came and in India they visited their village, and people were so proud of him, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, nice person.
So going back to this thing of that you were talking about earlier, silence, and what has sometimes, you know, this experience it's almost like as if sometimes sadness can take advantage of silence. You know, and I'm not talking now about anything necessarily in Gyan and not thoughts. It's not a question of thoughts, but it's a feeling. And so when those waves of sadness come, does one suppress them, ignore them, or should they be invited? Because maybe they come because you can now deal with them. Baba has given you something, and so that you don't need to suppress them. Can you speak a little bit about that, the sadness that might come in the silence, the feeling, and do I leave it alone or do I encourage it so that I can understand where it's coming from and maybe see that it's not as bad as I thought? Yeah.
I think it's always good to communicate at that time with person you think can help. It's not everyone needs to go to psychologist, or in the spiritual circle also.
I really wasn't thinking about going to anybody, Didi. Maybe in a profound thing, but I think this might be something that happens for people, and it's not like it's going to lead to depression or any of those things, but you know, how to deal with it in the meditation itself, not so much in terms of interacting with anybody else, but what to do with it when it comes.
Yeah, definitely. But what I'm saying that if first you should try your own, like in meditation, talking to Baba, and but if it is necessary, don't just remain quiet, you know.
Okay.
That's what I meant, that you know, I could come to you or anyone as a friend. We could talk about that. How do I, you know, come out of that? Because why I'm saying it, that there are some people, there is some karmic accounts, they have tendency because of low esteem or whatever they have. I won't say somebody gave them, but what they received from some places has left such a deep sadness in them, and that keeps emerging.
Yes.
And I know some souls, and they go back again into, even if you say, but you must have learned something from that, you know, but they felt that they were not treated well, or, you know, it's like some kind of deep sadness is there. And I feel that they could come out of that also. Just saying Baba, and you know, the words Baba using, it is the inheritance which had been given to you, the silence. So emerging the eternal stage of the soul can awaken that self-respect again in them, that I am not the way I was treated, but I am the one who I am eternally. You know, so that awakening can help them. And then I am becoming deity now. Confluence sage, joy of confluence sage. You know, so knowledge combined with remembrance of Baba or silence can definitely help. Again, you know, until that karmic account burden is there, they can't come out. They try, but they should not give up. Because one day it will end. It's going to be forever. If we get hopeless, it could be forever. So, you know, like, so I would suggest that keep hope, keep doing it. And it could go in one time, it could go in after a few times, but it will go. You know, when settling happen, it will just go. But if I keep reminding myself, you know, again and again, that's not really right.
Yeah. It's a little bit like yesterday's murli when Baba was talking about taking the medicine. You know, but if you keep telling yourself you're sick, you're not well, then neither is the medicine effective, nor do you become well.
Yeah, and then a time comes when person realizes that from there, if it gets worse, then you become sleepless, then you can get depression, then medication, then you
Yeah.
can keep going down and down and down. And as soon as that person realizes, I think that person comes out of that, let me change my mind and say, I'm getting better. I am
Yeah.
feeling better. And
We
I
were,
have, yeah.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I said I have seen some souls. When sickness goes in the mind, as Baba said, mind becomes very weak. For me, I don't allow even that thought to come
No.
in my mind. I immediately say, it's all right. Because sometimes one feels so well, and sometimes you don't, And
Mm-hmm.
when you don't feel, you have to see how quickly you can come out of that, in the sense of if there is pain or mentally you have taken that pain. But as Baba said, make sure that sickness doesn't go in the mind, because then you are double sick, trouble sick.
Right. We were wondering as well if when Baba was talking about that yesterday, if at that time maybe many people were saying that, oh, well, I don't need to take medicine because Baba will cure me or I'll get cured with yoga. Was that an aspect of it as well? Although he didn't say that, he's very royal. But I wonder if that was something
I
true.
think
I loved the idea that this is the last fruit of Kali Yuga. It's a wonderful way of putting it.
I think people are scared of addiction to the drugs too, because
Okay.
that means if they start it, they can never stop, and you have to keep increasing the dose also. And the side effects of medicine also is becoming very known. So a lot of people are trying homeopathy, Ayurvedic, nature cure, lot in India.
Mm-hmm.
And so they could not depend on medicine. But what Baba meant that if it's necessary,
Yes.
if you are taking pills, it's good in a way, because we have some people here, they instantly take medicine, instantly, in the sense they get headache, take it. And they're doing well also. So it depends, like some don't want and some are. When I see on their table, every time there is another colorful tablet, another. So I keep asking how come all that? But they are okay with that. Their body gets adjusted.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that just something that came up today, and it's to do with might be a big topic. I don't know that we have the time. Let me ignore it and we'll take it up at another time. It's to do with conscience. And so instead, just going to what Baba was talking about yesterday about service that disturbs you or others is not service. And I really appreciate when he said the reason is selfishness. Would you like to elaborate on that a bit?
I think something is driving them towards something ambitious in them, or
Okay.
comparatively doing more than that person, becoming more known, more famous. It could be called selfish, but it is more like, it's the sanskar. Um, Today somebody said, you don't have many photographs. So I said, I was never into, oh, I need photograph. I need photograph with Baba. I need with that. And there are some, they just are there. They will never miss this photograph. Once we were all sitting and for photos, someone said behind, come, this is the best place where you will be visible. So I was laughing because means people know you don't need necessarily to make yourself recognized.
Yeah.
So some people like to be incognito, some like to be in front, and both should be happy in a sense.
Yeah.
If they want that, that's fine too.
But it's true. You can even observe people angling to get in front of the camera. and putting their face in such a way, like posing. It's just interesting to observe. And then other people, the camera will just automatically go to them. They don't have to try and get in front of the camera. The camera finds them. It's interesting to see. Yeah. And so just okay. Bumi has given me a cutoff period. She told me 7:10. I mean 8:10. Sorry, my clocks. Yeah. So the next time, then I'd like to take up this topic of the conscience.
Yeah.
We had one in the Golden Age, or how it comes into play, and what's an elevated conscience.
A lot of people are getting challenged through the body these days, So, and also seeing seniors, they think, oh, I will have to go through that too. But it's not. Age is age, and there are certain things with changes with the age. Like somebody said, oh, this one hears little louder now. This one walks little, limping little, or so everywhere there is something. But in 80s and 90s, it's quite a, some things can happen, but it's still very good.
But you were saying yesterday about how all of this, the circumstances for each one is different, and the circumstances for each one is accurate, and that the karmic accounts present accurately. And I always feel that each one almost becomes like their own lawyer and their own judge, and does their own sentencing at some level, that and this ties in with, again, the conscience, like an elevated conscience, and maybe one that's not so elevated, and then the difference in the karmics, because there's no absolute that if you do this thing wrong, this is a return of karma, unless it's an obvious thing, like you throw the ball up, it has to come down. But for each one, it's so unique.
It is so interesting that on the stage, let's say you have to give shawl to VIPs. Now, every time you have to get up or you have to keep standing. So what Brother Mrityunjay will do, that once the main person, he will say, you give, and then gentleman will go and give to everyone else. But still he will bring that big gifts they were giving, so that I can also hold the hand. So he was trying to make me comfortable and do what I can. But I never get the thought why I cannot do it, in the sense of, I say whatever with dignity I can do, it's fine, But once I start feeling this, that why I couldn't do it, you feel kind of restless. Yeah. But I don't get this thought, nor I allow my mind to think that way. It's my role is my role, and I will play it comfortably.
Beautiful.
So that keeps me very happy and light.
Beautiful. Okay, Didi, thank you so very much.
Okay, very bad. Okay.
From the heart. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
अपने परम धाम को छोड़कर प्रेम में नेम अपने सभी तोड़कर आप बाबा है आए हमारे लिए स्वर्ग सौगात लाए हमारे लिए मीठे मीठे मेरे लाडले बच्चे कह अपना सब है लुटाए हमारे लिए। आप बाबा है आए हमारे लिए, स्वर्ग सौगात लाए हमारे लिए। प्यारे अपने परम धाम को छोड़कर।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi, and thank you, Audibin. Wonderful chit chat. And tomorrow is Tuesday, so our schedule Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Evening 5 to 6 p.m. English Avik Murli revision, and then 6 p.m. start the tea, followed by Hindi series, English series, and Avik journey. So now let's do Avik Mulis. Welcome to Avik Journey. Avik Mulis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 25th of August, 1971. The main 7 weaknesses and the 7 days course to end them. Are you able to stabilize yourself beyond sound in 1 second? Just as you are able to move physical organs as and when you wish, in the same way, are you able to stabilize the love of your intellect as, when, and wherever you wish? Have you become powerful to this extent? Are you progressing in this method? If the method is accurate, you will definitely experience the result. That is, the success and greatness to be increasing day by day. According to this result, are you able to recognize how accurate the stage of your effort is? The success of this is the main sign of recognizing the method. In order to recognize anything, there are specific signs. So, through this sign, are you able to recognize the signs of your perfect intellect? Nowadays, what are the main weaknesses visible in the effort of the effort makers? First, there isn't power in your awareness. Second, according to your capacity, you have developed number-wise divinity and spirituality in your vision. Third, due to a lack of willpower in your attitude is not constant. It continues to be mischievous. Fourth, due to a lack of attention to the incorporeal stage, the main vices of body consciousness, lust, and anger repeatedly attack you from time to time. Fifth, whilst you are living in the gathering or coming into connection with others, the atmosphere and the vibrations create their own impression on you. Sixth, due to a lack of the avyak angelic stage, you fail. You fail when you come into any feeling of good or bad things. Seventh, you're not so content with your pilgrimage of remembrance. This is number-wise result of the effort makers. Now, in order to finish these 7 things, you have to do the 7 days course again. In order to finish these 7 things, you must once again revise for yourself the 7 days course that you give to others. You are revising the murlis, and by revising them, you experience newness and power increasing. In the same way, now sit in solitude at Amrit Vela and solve each of the 7 things one by one. And then churn about how they are merged in your day's activity. And then extract the butter, that is, the essence, and exchange views amongst yourselves. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Become free from problems. Become an embodiment of solutions and make others this also. The power of silence. Use the power of transformation with the power of silence. Transform the negative into positive. No matter how many types of problems come in the form of Maya, with the power of transformation and with the power of silence, change problems into a form of solutions. Change excuses into solutions. You children have received the power of transformation as an inheritance from the Father. To those who have the power of transformation, Bab Dada is giving them the blessing. May you be immortal.
समस्या मुक्त समाधान स्वरूप बनो और बनाओ। साइलेंस की शक्ति। साइलेंस की शक्ति द्वारा परिवर्तन शक्ति को कार्य में लगाओ। नेगेटिव को पॉजिटिव में परिवर्तन कर दो। माया कितने भी प्रकार की समस्या के रूप में आए, लेकिन आप परिवर्तन की शक्ति से, साइलेंस की शक्ति से समस्या को समाधान स्वरूप बना दो। कारण को निवारण रूप में बदल दो। यह परिवर्तन शक्ति आप बच्चों को बाप द्वारा वर्षे में मिली है। परिवर्तन की शक्ति वालों को बाप दादा अमर भव का वरदान दे रहे हैं।